The biggest theme park news in the next year is going to be the opening of Epic Universe at Universal Studios Florida. But the big question I get asked is it going to be plus size friendly? So today I want to walk you through every single ride and give you my predictions on what it's going to be. I'm going to come here. I'm here at the Epic Universe Preview Center because I'm going to go through every ride and look through on the model here. Good news is I've had at least 3 employees pull me to the side because they watch my content, and they said that they think that Epic Universe is going to be much more plus size friendly than all of the other parks. So here we have the overview and model of Epic Universe. This is a scaled model. We'll be seeing this soon. So when we come in, most of us, unless you're staying in the Helios, we should enter in here and we'll come into the Celestial Park area. So as you enter here, there's going to be this is going to be the main part of the park, and this is going to lead you to all the other portals. And there are 2 rides here. The first one is that Constellation Carousel, and it's going to be a very unique carousel. It's not just going to go around. It seems like it's going to be kind of a free moving. So that's the first ride we're going to talk about, because typically it depends on if they require a belt buckle or if they have extensions, but typically a carousel is usually fairly plus size friendly. I've ridden, it's one of my favorite style of rides, even though it's very basic. So I think that one is one of the best ones we'll likely see as plus size friendly. Now this one is the second one in this area in Celestial Park, and it is Stardust Racers. This is going to be a high-speed dueling racer track. So we'll see, you see there's 2 going on, and here at the peak there's going to be a twist there. Very dueling dragon style roller coaster. Now roller coasters at most parks are not very plus size friendly, so I'm not going to give this one a lot of hope for that, but who knows, especially with all the twists and turns here. This is probably going to be a no. Now again, we don't know anything definitive until we are there in the room or in the park and actually test it. Now the first land you're going to come into when you get here is the How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, and this one actually has 3 different rides here. So what we're going to see, we see another roller coaster, so we know that one is probably going to have a little bit of trouble here. Roller coasters just in general, that's what a lot of this park, that's us. I think there's 4 roller coasters here out of the 11 rides, so probably going to have trouble there. This is a family coaster. Now it's a launch coaster. It's a family roller coaster where you'll be like riding on the back of a dragon. So that's kind of the concept here. Let's see, there we go. Get a nice view of that. That's what the vehicle's going to look like. The next one we're going to look at is, this one is called Dragon Racers Rally, and it's a dueling skyfly attraction. You're going to be able to control your own spinning vehicles here. This might be a little bit harder to see on the model, but that one, because it goes up in the air and almost looks like it turns upside down, again, I'm going to have to say no. Now, spinning rides typically are very good for plus size people, but if it goes up like that and on the side, that one is probably going to be a little bit of trouble. Now, the third one in this land is called Fire Drill, and it's an interactive boat ride. It looks a lot like Bricksburg, Battle at Bricksburg at Legoland, where you're going to have control of a water cannon and be able to shoot water out of it. And if that one didn't even have any restraints at all. And so I think this one is going to be pretty plus size friendly as well. Water rides tend to be very plus size friendly. If you come in and go to the left, you're going to come to Super Nintendo World. There's 3 rides here. 2 of these rides are already open at other parks. One ride was supposed to open last year and has not yet done so in Japan. But that's Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, and typically that has, they say that has a 42-inch waist. That's about where they actually put that out there. But I have known people a little bit larger waist to fit on it, but it is going to be, if you have a much larger waist than that, you're probably going to have more problems. And then there's another ride here, this little Yoshi ride that's, it's also in Japan, I believe, and it gets a lot of flack because it's just a very basic ride along. There's not much to it at all, and it's also very tight. I had a friend tell me that he's not very by comparison, he's not very big, and he said he had a lot of problems with it. So we'll see how that one works out. The third one, which is super cool and I am very excited about. The other one was called Yoshi's Adventure. This one is Minecart Madness, and it's a boom coaster themed around Donkey Kong. This one, it's got this jump the track concept here. Obviously, you're not really getting off the track, but it makes you feel and look like you are. So that's going to be a really cool moment for people and pretty exhilarating. It looks like it also has a water feature where it's going to skim the water as well. So can't wait for this. But again, unfortunately, as a roller coaster in Universal, it's probably not going to pass the fat test. You kept coming back past, it's on your left, you're going to end up at Dark Universe. And this is the one that I am personally most excited about. This one is going to have two rides here. One is going to be a spinning roller coaster. It's a family-friendly spinning roller coaster. Again, like I said, most roller coasters at Universal are pretty tough for plus-size folks. I don't think I can fit on any of them here, but it is. But again, I've been told also that they are trying to make certain seats more accommodating than others, and if you are around, say, 260 or below, you probably won't have any problems on any of the rides, at least in past experience from people that I've talked to. Obviously, I'm talking about people that are more my size, about 300 plus. So we'll see how that works out, and obviously every body type is different, but the one I'm really excited about, and I think may pass this time. So this is going to be a Kookaburra arm, which is similar to what they did at Journey, the Harry Potter ride. So that could be very similar to Forbidden Journey, but unfortunately that one I can't fit on, but I've told this one they made more accessible seats as well, and because it's not going to use screens as much, it's not going to have that effect that's going to cause people to get motion sickness, or at least not as much. Also, you're going to walk through the graveyard here, and then of course this is my favorite feature with the burning windmill. And there's going to be monsters walking around here as well. I don't know about the rides, but I am very excited just to hang out in some of these lands because they look fantastic. All right, and the final one we are going to go into is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, and it does have one ride here, and that is going to be Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry, which does look pretty amazing. It's going to be a really fun experience, and I'm very excited about this ride because I've seen the ride vehicle, and I've actually had people tell me that the ride vehicle is very similar to Tower of Terror, which is very accessible, and it's one of my favorite rides at Hollywood Studios, actually in all of Disney, but this one is going to have that same style. I don't think this is a drop ride, but it does have the same style vehicle moving you around, and from the photos it looks like it's going to be pretty accessible. So I think this one is going to pass. And we obviously know nothing until we actually get there and test it, and I do encourage you to try it for yourself. I'm going to try to be there a couple of weeks after it opens. If I don't get a media invite, Universal, please reach out. But I am very excited, and whether you can fit on the rides or not, I think there's going to be a lot of stuff here for you to do. There's two shows, one here in Isle of Berk, one over in Harry Potter. The Dark Universe land is just going to be awesome to hang out in. And I do think you're going to be able to fit on the Harry Potter ride. I think the carousel, and then obviously the boat ride here in Isle of Berk. Those will be the ones I think will be the most accessible for people. And we'll see about the others. Hopefully, there's going to be a little bit more that surprises me. I'm very excited to be surprised, and I'm excited that so many team members here at Universal have pulled me aside and thanked me for my content and said that that people are really considering it for this new park with the design. So we will see what happens. And I am a travel agent now, so if you are looking to book your trip to Epic Universe, to Universal Studios, please reach out. I can help you make all of those accommodations, get you all the information you can, save you some money, and make sure that you have a great time here. But either way, I hope to see you in the parks. On to the next one.